SIE first attempt Thursday, then 766. Margin accounts. Can you help me distinguish between the margin hypothecation agreement loan consent form? I certainly can. There are three pieces of documentation for a margin account. This is very testable on Series 7, SIE as well. The first is the credit agreement, Luke. That's where we tell you that you understand that you're borrowing money from the broker dealer and the interest rate you're paying the broker dealer is based on broker call. Everybody should know that broker call is one of the interest rates you're held accountable for. And that's what banks charge their best customers, or banks charge broker dealers for money. The second piece of documentation, Luke, is the hypothecation agreement. Hypothecation is just a fancy word for pledging as something as collateral, right? So if I go into, Luke, this is a blue-faced Submariner Rolex. If I go into the pawn shop and say, hey, I'd like to hypothecate this Rolex, that just means I'm pledging it as security, right? And if I don't fulfill my responsibilities, they're going to sell my Rolex. So this tells you that you're pledging your securities as collateral for the loan, and therefore, very testable, the securities will be in street name, the name of the broker dealer. And if you don't fulfill your responsibilities, we're going to sell you out. Those two documents are mandatory. The third document is not mandatory. I say, Luke, we have other customers who wish to establish short positions. Would it be okay to lend them your securities? And you say, well, Dean, I don't think it's in my best interest to help people go short stock that I'm long. I said, well, it's not. And that's why the loan consent form is optional. So those are the three pieces of documentation in what's called the margin agreement. So the margin agreement has the credit agreement, hypothecation agreement mandatory, loan consent optional. Anything you want to add to that, Brian?
No. For the SIE, again, I was just going to say, Luke, which of these is not required?
There you go. There you go.
The loan consent agreement.
I've seen on debrief, Luke and Brian, I've seen Brian's kind of version of that exact question, right? Where they have the new account form, which, yeah, you need that for every account, right? And then they have the credit agreement, then they have the hypothecation agreement, loan consent form, and it's all the following are required except kind of format.
Yeah.
Getting these mixed. Well, there you go. There you go.